Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today, I apologize for my voice. It is gone because, you know what, I might not be a great Clash Royale player, but I'm a great cheerleader. And my team was lucky enough on the back of Vulkan and Surgical Goblin to win King's Cup 2. So today, I wanted to bring you my matches against my colleagues, Clash with Cam and OJ, and talk about what I did wrong, talk about what I did right, and just go through the gameplay and the decks that I was using. So here, we're going against Clash with Cam. This was the very first matchup of the entire tournament, and boy, I can speak for Cam and myself in saying we were both super nervous. I'm playing this awesome Xbow Pump deck that I did a video on yesterday with Carter. Really good video. You guys should check that out and watch the tips from the pro, not from the novice myself. But over there, I went pretty aggressive with that first Xbow because I already had the Tesla that I could use to help defend or support the Xbow. I used the Tesla against the balloon coming from Cam. So Cam's playing a very interesting balloon miner mini P.E.K.K.A deck, and I feel like I matched up pretty well against it, although if you look at our decks, he doesn't have a ton of ground defense. I don't have a ton of air defense. I guess I do. I have the Archer and the Tesla and the Mega Minions, so I guess I'm pretty well poised. And now to look at Cam's deck, he doesn't have a lot of distractions for the Xbow, but he does have the balloon that he can use against my Xbow if he really needs it. He has Ice Golem, Miner, Balloon, and Mini P.E.K.K.A, also Fireball for my Xbow. So he has some weapons, and I have some weapons, so it's a pretty even matchup. So early on here, I messed up with those archers. I placed them just way too close. I could have placed them next to my Princess Tower. However, he doesn't have enough elixir to really come at me here, and he has the balloon out of cycle, so he opts to not do anything there against that, or behind that Ice Golem. So at this point in the matchup, I'm just going to go ahead and play a Mega Minion in the back and see what he does here, try to force his hand. He's able to cycle back to his balloon here. I go ahead and I use my Mega Minion, and I didn't need that Ice Golem there. It was already too late to prevent one of those bats from locking onto my tower, so another mistake by yours truly. Those two are really the biggest mistakes I made this match. I used the Ice Golem where I didn't need to, and unfortunately, as you saw there, I used the archers earlier in that previous sequence. So here he opts to Fireball. He opts to Fireball the tower and not the Xbow, and I think, honestly, this is really where I won this match, guys. It's when he didn't Fireball the Xbow and instead targeted those archers. I was able to get a lot of damage with that lock-on onto that right tower, and now all I really need to do is just cycle logs here and defend, but I am going to stay aggressive with the Xbow. Between the pump and even without the pump in double elixir, this deck is really fast. It cycles really quickly, and you're able to, you know, even though I don't have that big spell, I'm able to use a log at the end, and that's exactly what happened there. Is I used a couple logs, and also I got that last lock on with the Xbow. So now into match 2 against Cam here, I actually changed to a Three Musketeer deck. So it's the classic Three Musketeer Miner Minion Horde deck, and I didn't have a good starting hand. I forgot exactly what it was, but it was pretty bad. I think it was Battle Ram, well, yeah, you can see it right here. Battle Ram, Minion Horde. I had a Miner and certainly no pump anywhere in sight. So I decided to send in a naked Miner on that left tower. I mean, I didn't have many options, so I'm okay with it. So at this point here, I find out that he's using a Miner Poison Zap deck. I'm not 100% sure what he's running. He could still be running some sort of a Three Musketeer deck as well. He could have a Graveyard deck. I don't know what his last 2 cards are or what his win condition is. So here I'm still trying to play things rather cautiously. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and play an Ice Golem in the left, and then again, I didn't have a great answer there to the Bandit, so I'm really not happy here. And when I see this P.E.K.K.A, I'm like, oh crap, I better go all in the left. So I send in the Miner to the left, and I'm ready for something small. He plays Goblins, I'm ready with that log there. The log also hits that E-Wiz that he uses, and now I'm able to get a lot of damage on that left tower. This is really a turning point for me in this matchup here. So I make another mistake here. I play this Ice Golem right there. Didn't need to do that. I could have just taken the damage on that left tower, so that was an over defending on my part, especially because he wasn't even going for my left tower. Throwing away 2 elixir like that is actually a really crucial mistake in these matchups, especially where nerves kind of are everywhere. You know you're prone to making a lot of mistakes, and I definitely do that here. So here we go. At this point, I pump up even though we're entering the last minute of the match. I'm okay with that decision because I know that I'm probably able to defend here. Although I have Minion Horde in hand, I decide not to defend the miner on the pump. I decide just to focus rather on the bandit and the P.E.K.K.A. He uses a zap there, so I'm forced to keep committing to this defense, but you look at the elixir, we're still even there. So I guess all in all, it wasn't the end of the world. But if you're going to commit to the pump, you probably should defend it. So I probably should have used my Goblin Gang on that pump there, and then the Goblin Gang would still be alive to help defend against that P.E.K.K.A. bandit afterwards. Here I played the Goblin Gang right in the middle, then I used the Ice Golem on the left. Very happy about that defensive kind of exchange there on my part. So here comes Miner on that left tower, doing some chip damage down to 176. So now all I need are 2 logs. I'm going to go ahead and log here, getting a little bit of value, and now I'm just able to cycle and defend with the 3 Musketeers. So here, again, defending, cycling to log at this point. I'm going to go ahead and send a miner on the tower as well, probably, or do I not even need to? Yeah, so I have log one card away. There's the log. He blocks my miner, doesn't matter. I go ahead and finish off that match. So very happy to 2-0 Cam. Again, nerves were high there, so on both sides, we both made a lot of misplays. And then I was really nervous playing against Orange Juice as well. You know, not to make excuses, but when you're there and you know there's 100,000 plus people watching live, oh, the nerves, it's just so easy for nerves to kind of get the best of you. Anyway, here I go against OJ. Again, pump nowhere to be found in my starting cards. I'm forced to play 3 Musketeers here. I go 1 Musketeer into the lane with a Giant, 2 Musketeers in the opposite lane, and at this point I know he has Fireball Zap and I'm in big trouble here. Orange Juice doing a really smart thing. You guys know he's a really good player, certainly one of the best YouTubers in the game as far as the players go, and YouTubers go too. And he did a really good scouting job on me, and he knew I was playing a lot of Xbow and a lot of 3 Musketeers. So he carried Fireball Zap and a tank, a Giant, in all his decks against me. So I knew I was going to be it's going to be really tough against these matchups. He plays the Night Witch at the same time that I play the Elixir Collector, so I know he's in a really good position here to punish me hard. I go ahead and use a defensive Battle Ram to stop that bandit, and I play the Ice Golem at the bridge. Relying on the Ice Golem here at the bridge is going to be absolutely crucial for me in this matchup. I have to save my Ice Golem to use at the bridge, or to use to tank for one of my Musketeers in a 3 Musketeers split lane push. So here he does a lot of damage on my right tower, almost gets it down, and look at this. I only have like a 1 elixir advantage from that pump, so he was able to take down my pump. At this point, I know I have to pump up here absolutely 100% to try to manufacture an elixir advantage to carry into the rest of the match if I have any chance of catching him here. So here we go. Elixir pump is down, and he tries to punish again. This time, I'm much better suited for this push. I know he doesn't have enough elixir to defend or to use a Fireball Zap against my 3 Musketeers, at least not at first. So then I was able to intercept that miner as well and protect my pump. So here I send in the miner. I know he has Minion Horde, so I play the bats, and I know I have this tower down. Even though he uses the zap to take out my Musketeer, I have 2 barbarians and a miner on his right tower. So at this point, I'm actually feeling pretty good all of a sudden about this match. I know he has to still use a zap spell against my right tower. I split 3 Musketeers there, kind of a risky play, but it ends up working out for me. So here we go, 2 Musketeers on that Giant. He opts to play the Night Witch and the Mega Minion, so he goes all out here. Now, I use the Zap and the Ice Golem against the Minion Horde, and really worked out for me. Once I used that Zap and Ice Golem against the Minion Horde, I was able to stop that entire push, and I just spam everything I have in the pocket on his side of the arena, and I actually walk out with a victory there. So really happy with that first match victory against OJ. And oh man, guys, Oh man, I should have had this match. It should have been 2-0 against OJ. It should have been. And I make an absolutely devastating mistake. We'll get to it, but it was awful. I made a really, really bad mistake, and it ended up costing me the entire series. So here we go here. I start out with I'm on top again, guys, obviously. He starts out with the pump. I wasn't really able to punish it, unfortunately, but I do get a little bit of chip damage on his right tower. So the baby dragon comes in. I kind of kite the baby, or distract the baby dragon with the ice golem there. I know he has the elixir advantage, so I just want to kind of defend here. And again, I had to wait to the 5th card for my elixir pump there. It wasn't in the starting hand. At least it was my 5th card up this time, but hey, I really want that elixir pump in your starting hand. It can really change the direction of a match. He uses poison against my elixir collector. I'm actually happy with that, so it gives me an opening to get a little bit of damage here with Three Musketeers split push. So here comes Three Musketeers. I know he has poison this time. He has poison zap instead of fireball zap, and he surprised me there a little bit with the golem. I don't know why. I should have known with the baby dragon and the pump that it was a golem deck, but I guess when I saw the poison, I was thinking maybe it was like a P.E.K.K.A. or a Splash Yard, a modified Splash Yard deck that we saw players like Ace play against Vulkan in their previous matchup. Excuse me, guys. Again, my voice is down for the count here. So here I make a really big mistake on this defense. It didn't cost me the match, but it could have been so much better. And it isn't yet. I play the Goblin Gang there. I should have stopped defending. What an idiot. I play my Battle Ram thinking, I actually was spamming, if you look at I'm not sure if they had it on the camera there, but I was spamming the Battle Ram to try to intercept that cannon before it locked onto my tower. Oh my god. It turns out that the cannon cart was already out of range of my tower. I didn't need to do anything. I wasted 4 elixir for absolutely no reason there. Awful, awful play. It didn't cost me the match. This is what cost me the match, guys. Get ready for it. So here comes a miner and a musketeer. Good job by OJ there. I send in a log, anticipating those goblins there. I get the goblins, but still, baby dragon gets a hit on my right tower. This is a mistake. That was it, guys. That was it. I pumped. I pumped there for no reason. 426 on his right tower, guys. Oh my god. I can't believe I did that. He was smart, and he took advantage of it immediately. I also make a mistake. I played the Goblin Gang too early. I should have waited till the Golem was dead, or into the Golemites, so they don't die to the death damage. And then he was able to punish me for pumping up when I didn't need to. Why did I pump up there? Why did I do it? I pumped up there because I thought that I had such a good damage advantage on our towers that I could still defend and just, gain some elixir advantage as well. But man, he just did the smart thing there, and he played the golem directly on the bridge, and the golem, I just wasn't able to stop it. It did the death damage to my tower, and it took us to match 3. If I didn't pump up there and just played defense, played Three Musketeers, and was smart about it, I would have definitely been able to tower trade with him on the right side and maybe take his left tower with the 2 Musketeers, or made him have to use poison on the 2 Musketeers and maybe make me, in turn, be able to handle the defending against the golem with the 1 Musketeer and the Minion Horde on the other side. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. Anyway, here we go. He makes a mistake there late on the giant play. I play a Minion Horde, able to easily take down that giant and the Night Witch in the left lane. He gets a little bit of damage with the minions on the right tower, a little bit of damage with the giant on the left tower. However, I do still have a pump up and a slight elixir advantage. Meanwhile, look at what he's going to have to do here to defend these goblins and the minions. He has to use the Night Witch and the bandit. There is no way I should have lost this match at this point. We are tied in elixir, and I have 2 pumps on the arena. How did I lose? Well, I managed to lose. I had nothing in hand to defend against that miner. I decided to go all out in the other lane instead. He has a very good zap there, very good minion horde. For 5 elixir, he was able to stop my 8 elixir push on that right lane. That's a positive elixir trade, to quote the guy who beat me. So here we go now. Oh man, I was able to throw away that entire elixir advantage. Oh, I was so bummed out that I did that. Just really miscalculated that, and I was able to allow his miner to take out my full elixir pump as well. I didn't have in cycle at that point. I had the Minion Horde, which I probably should have just played against the Miner. But yeah, just all kinds of mistakes. Just a really, really bad play on my part there. So here we go, another giant push on the right lane. I am forced to play my Three Musketeers here. He plays the fireball, and man, oof. He zaps. Oh, jeez. It is painful. This is painful to watch, guys. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. How many mistakes can I make throughout this match? And at this point, I have no choice but to go all out in that lane. 30 seconds left. He has Minion Horde in cycle. I didn't have my zap there to punish. That's it. That's GG, guys. So, man, it just goes to show you, I mean, especially watching a big competition like this, that these little tiny plays, making a bunch of these mistakes, can lose you a match so badly when, you know what, I should have won. There's no way I should have lost these matches to OJ, even though he's a great player, and that's partially why. He's a great player, and he was able to punish me for it. So guys, thanks for putting up with my voice and my horrible gameplay. This was very therapeutic for me. We still won in the end, again, thanks to Surgical and Vulkan, certainly not yours truly. Huge shout out to you, to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Shout out to Cam and OJ for putting up great fights against me. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.